It's all but impossible to refer to a 1000 plus horsepower, billet block, 1999 Nissan Skyline R34 GT-R as mild from just about any perspective. That is, of course, unless you're referring to the Christmas family, and you know anything about their current stable of mind-blowing performance cars. Cars that include a 1,500 HP, twin-turbo Ford GT, 1,400 horsepower Lamborghini Huracan and we can't forget about Cotton Candy, their 3,000 horsepower Huracan that goes over 250 miles per hour in the half mile. In addition to the exotics, the family has also spent considerable time behind the wheel of various R35 builds, including a world record-holding 2,500 HP version that we spotted Alexandria Christmas piloting during GT-R World Cup last year, when she blasted a 7.610 at 185 miles per hour. In other words, this is a family of dedicated racers, from Alexandria and her husband Coy, to their son Coy Jr., the family is all involved in piloting these monsters in various motorsport. Their youngest, Hadley, isn't even a teen yet and already involved in go-karting and ATVs, so it's certainly in the blood. Now back to the R34 pictured, a car that Alexandria says she's revered ever since childhood. In her neck of the woods, it didn't carry the same sort of legendary status that domestic sports cars do. That is, until that import-centric, at least, in the beginning, movie franchise came along. She adds, in the 90s, it was not widely recognized in the US over the Corvettes, Camaros, BMWs, and Vipers at the time, until the Fast and the Furious came out. I dug how capable of a performance car it was, and very confused as to why it hadn't scored much attention. In 2015, as luck would have it, a friend of the family reached out with a unique opportunity. She adds, a friend of ours called my husband one day and said his close friend had a gem of a car but was currently racing in the Le Mans 24. Seeing it sit untouched in the garage for too long, he wanted to find a good home within a circle of people that he knew would take great care of it. Negotiations commenced and before long this V-Spec 2 was delivered and added to the incredible stable of Christmas performance cars. Mods to the R34 included 18-inch Advan wheels and stop-tech brakes, along with a single turbo conversion using an original HK Snail. After enjoying the car in the summer months of 2015 and the following year, the family decided it was time to really put their touch on the Skyline, and that meant, of course, a huge increase in power along with an array of audio upgrades, in essence, their idea of the ultimate street car. Eclipsing the 1,000 horsepower mark is no easy task, especially with a street car, and in order to do it and do it in style, a billet RB26 block was used. Offering a lighter and stronger foundation, the billet block is more stout than the already stellar factory-issued bottom end and can easily handle upwards of 1,800 horsepower. CPHD pistons and Carrillo rods take the brunt of the abuse produced by a precision 7,275 turbo that force-feeds a hyper-tuned billet intake manifold and matching throttle body. The game of pass the gas leads to a Tomei-equipped head, which maintains the violent flow before it's summoned to the atmosphere via the trussed exhaust system. For as outlandish as the billet engine bits and power output is, the exterior is surprisingly simple, keeping in line with the car's original lines and styling that appealed to Alexandria years ago. The original Advans that came with the car were replaced by 19-inch Advan GT in titanium blue, a shade that works well against the factory Bayside blue body color. Adjustable motion control system suspension was selected to dial in the ride height, which is set to a tasteful, user-friendly level, and if the notion of ripping the GT-R on track is just too much to deny, all the makings of a bona fide contender are on tap. Your natural instinct is to avoid audio components and gadgetry and keep things to the bare minimum because light is fast and amps and subwoofers add weight. We get it, however, when you have quadruple digit power available at the stab of your right foot, a drivetrain that allows it to be unleashed at will, and a passion for audio, packing on a few pounds isn't going to ruin your fun. In addition to the sound system, LED lighting creates an underglow effect as a nod to the movie franchise that, in Alexandria's eyes, helped popularize Nissan's Sport Coupe in the US. Catch a glimpse of the Christmas family's Lamborghini and R35 race cars with their loud, colorful livery, and this R34 doesn't quite fit in, and that's what makes it all the more interesting. In order to keep the spirit of the original intact, they avoided aggressive aero changes and instead focused on maintaining Nissan's late 90s look. Of course, this family wasn't about to settle for standard power upgrades, and in Christmas family tradition, huge power numbers are lurking under the hood of their mild street build.